Aquarius, welcome to September. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Aquarius for September, and I'm just going to shuffle here a little bit, and then we'll get right into the reading. As always, if you'd ever like to book a reading with me, you can do that. I'll have a link up above. And let's see what's coming up for Aquarius. We open the month still in that Mercury retrograde in Virgo. And that will be going on for another couple days. Mercury goes back direct on the 5th. So if any communications feel scrambled or haywire, that should be switching up after we go back direct. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Some swords energy. Okay, there's something that is completing. And 7 of Swords says there's someone who's running away. You may be being challenged by someone who's got me behavior. Or this is like cutting corners or risk-taking behavior. I'm going to take a look at some of the other cards and see what's going on. But there's a lot of air energy here. Swords represent air. And sometimes this is an overabundance of thinking. I'll say more about that in a moment. We've got Knight of Wands in your basis position. What's passing away is 4 of Wands. Your opportunity is Hanged Man. What's approaching is 2 of Coins. You in the situation is Knight of Coins. Your environment is Ace of Swords. Your hopes and fears is 4 of Swords in reverse, and your outcome is Queen of Coins in reverse. So let's take a look and see what's going on here, Aquarius. One of the first things that I see, by the way, is all these yellow cards, and yellow usually means optimism. It means seeing things in a positive way despite the conditions. So I see with your outcome card here, with you here, that despite whatever difficulties, maintaining an optimistic attitude is really going to help you. And you have knights here as well as a queen. I'm seeing you showing up as the knight. So I see a certain amount of bravery that is coming in for you in September. And I'm going to encourage you to kind of stick with whatever challenge is going on here. Especially after the 5th, you may see some changes regarding that. So opening in September, your central focus is these 2 cards, 10 of Swords and 7 of Swords. So this is telling me that there's a way of thinking that is coming to completion, that you can no longer think that way about something. It's also telling me that you may have a hard time letting go of something. 10 is a completion, and when we see 10 of Swords in the reverse position, it means it served its time. The life has gone out of it, but when it's in reverse, it's saying you're having a hard time letting go. So I'm not sure who else got this, but they got the same card here, which means let go or be dragged. So it's inviting you, if you have someone that you're dealing with in your environment who is acting in a way where they're looking out for themselves, they're risk-taking, they're acting in a way that's not considering others' point of view. There's something where you're saying you know that you need to end that situation, but you're having a hard time letting go of it. So this is any sort of belief system, any sort of conflicting thoughts that are just draining you and leaving you exhausted. So I'm going to encourage you, Aquarius, to let go of whatever it is, whoever this person might be, or whatever kind of behavior this is. It's really going to serve you to walk away from it. And to, this could also be avoidance of something. So if there's something that is challenging you, that is draining your life force, that is no longer serving you, there's got to be a way of, I'm just getting that phrase, let go or be dragged. That's really going to help you with what's going on. And I do see you, this is your basis and this is you in the reading. You know, Knight of Wands takes action. So there's something about having courage to take the action that needs to be done. And I see that happening for you here in September. I see you finally going into motion. Whereas this might have been a lack of strength, a lack of, you know, being too consumed in your thoughts to take any action. I see that this is supporting you. This is what you bring to the situation, is a certain amount of courage, a certain amount of resilience, ready to take action. So that's a good thing for September. It means that you're ready to confront whatever has been challenging you here, whoever this might be, or whatever kind of behavior. If you're finding that this might be behavior in yourself, you know, running away, this guy doesn't run away. He goes straight into action. So that lends itself well to you, Aquarius. What's passing away is Four of Wands. This means celebration, festivity. It could be stability of some sort. Some of you may be leaving a home or leaving behind something that felt like structure to you in the past. This could be some of you leaving a marriage or leaving behind something that felt like it was a family home, something that felt familiar and stable. There may be something that's ending in that way, and that could be related to this, where you've been thinking a lot about it, but you haven't really been able to let go. I'm seeing that that's dissolving away, and confronting this behavior is going to really bring you through to considering your options. This is Two of Coins, and this means weighing two different options. Should I go left or should I go right? This is also a card about being flexible and adapting to changing situations. So I am seeing some change happening as you take action and recognize what you need to let go of, Aquarius. This card here is really helpful. This is your opportunity. And this card means seeing something from a different perspective. This is Hangman, and you can see he's hanging upside down. So when this happens, it means taking a break and looking at the world from a different point of view, considering things differently from how you have before. This could actually be really advantageous, because if how you've been thinking about things is not serving you, if you're draining away from all of that, that's completing, and this might be just what you need. This is your opportunity, is to accept the situation, to accept yourself in the situation, and accept that you need to march to the beat of your own drum, and maybe suspend for a moment and just watch things roll by. He takes in the view of like, what's really happening? Can I see this from a different point of view? Can I do a 180? Can I lean into the discomfort and find comfort there and find enlightenment? So this is your opportunity, and I'm going to suggest that maybe taking a pause to consider things from a different point of view and really acknowledge your own viewpoint is going to really serve you and help you. I see that you actually fear taking time out, because this is Four of Swords in reverse. This is your hopes and fears card this month, which means that what you really most want, but you also most fear, is Four of Swords, which is taking a break from the battle. Four of Swords is a warrior, but he rests to gain more strength. He hangs his thoughts up on the wall to just take a break, take a time out, rejuvenate, reflect, reassess, relax. He's gaining strength by pausing. So I really see with these two cards, even if it's something that terrifies you, you might just want to push pause and see if you can't observe something from a different perspective so that you get to regenerate in your strength before you go forward in evaluation. I see that you're going to be taking action on something, but you may need to give yourself a new perspective before you go forward. And that will allow you to really weigh the options, really weigh the evidence, see what's an equal, fair distribution, and find balance there. On the high side, this card is flexible, it's fun, it's adapting to situations, it's rolling with the punches, it's saying I can handle whatever's thrown at me because I know how to bob and weave and keep these balls going in the air. It's the juggler card. So you may be juggling a lot of things coming up, but I see you finding balance. You know, one of the things that helps someone who's trying to juggle is finding a fixed point, and they focus on that fixed point. And I'm kind of seeing this card as helping you identify what your goal is. What is the fixed point that you want to head in that direction? And that's going to help you find stability. That's going to help you maintain your balance while all these balls are in the air, while you're juggling things. So this is going to help you identify your point of focus, and then this is going to support you in taking action and going forward. I also see, you know, here's another knight, and knights are about courage. They're about experimenting with things, trying things out. Knight of Coins is a little bit more reflective. He takes his time. He doesn't rush into anything. Unlike this guy is all about action, boldness, daring, that kind of thing. And that's here for you. You've got the courage. But this says you might want to just pace yourself. And this works well in tandem with this card. This is the energy that's coming in, and this is you in this situation. Both of these are coins. So this is considering material values, considering material assets, perhaps your money, or perhaps values that you want to retain. So this guy thinks things over, and he drives a hard bargain, and he asks, what's the bottom line? So that's really you in the situation. What is the bottom line? What do you retain? He thinks things through. And when you're doing this, when you're weighing your options, this is really a stabilizing force for you. So Knight shows me, two Knights show me that you really do have the energy, the action, the courage, the boldness, the daring to proceed forward this month. It may have to be after a time of reflection. So maybe the first week of September, give yourself that time to just think things over while we're still in the Mercury retrograde. But then you can begin evaluating your options and potentially letting this thing go. I see your environment as one of clarity. This is Ace of Swords, which is the truth. This is the Excalibur sword, which is the one truth. That's why it's crowned here in victory. This is a card of victory, success, revelation. It's an aha moment. So in your environment, there's some sort of clarity that you're going to be getting to move forward. And it may be a new realization. Aces are new beginnings. So this is like a new idea that comes in that cuts away all the nonsense, cuts away all the BS. This card I sometimes call truth with a capital T. And also I say about this card, the truth will set you free. So there's something in your environment that is going to be releasing you from an overabundance of swords energy. This is too many conflicting thoughts and ideas that just completely drain you. This is bottoming out. But this is the new day. And this card also means it's darkest before the dawn. This is that next day where it's clear, where the sun is shining, where there's one thought, one direction, one clarity. So I see that happening for you, even if what you're dealing with is thinking about something that's very difficult and that you're needing to cut the cords. This sword in your environment will help you cut the cord on that. It will help you let go because it's clarity. I, again, just want to encourage you, even if what you most want, you most need, but you most fear is taking that time out, it's really going to help you, Aquarius, to recharge and think things over and just gain some strength before you take this forward momentum. Even if you don't think that you can, see if you can carve out a way to just hang your thoughts up. This is a really good antidote to too much swords energy. This is saying I'm letting go of my thoughts. I'm just going to rest and gather my strength to fight another day. And then I see your result card is Queen of Coins, who is completely grounded. She is on top of her finances. She's on top of her domestic matters. She has things in order. She's very nurturing. She's very trustworthy. She's very solid and stable. And I see you going in September from Knight of Coins energy and graduating into Queen of Coins energy. These potentially could be other people, earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but because it's showing up here as you, and this is your outcome, I'm reading this more as you, Aquarius. It's about getting grounded and stabilized and not drained in your thoughts, because you're an air sign anyway, so you can sometimes, your mind can have a life of its own, and this is grounding energy. So as you take your time to make decisions, applying that action, applying that boldness and confidence, and after having taken a time out to think things over and taken time to find that balance by weighing the options, you know, you do end up here, Queen of Coins. She is in reverse, so that does tell me that you have some sort of doubt, fear, or resistance that you're actually going to be able to achieve this goal, but she is here for you, and that is your outcome. So I'm just going to ask you to try to remove whatever doubts, fears, or resistance you have to getting the outcome that is here. Feeling solid, feeling grounded, feeling stable. That's feeling in your own authority. That's really here for you if you can believe it. This is going to help you with that too, Aquarius, is getting centered, going within, you know, taking that pause, getting out of your mind a little bit and just observing. I'm really going to ask you to observe things because that will help you weigh options, and that's where this coins energy is coming in. It's progressing from Two of Coins to Knight of Coins, who this one considers things, weighs options, juggles, and finds balance. This one takes the action as supported by the Knight of Wands. And then this one arrives at the throne, and she's in control. She's stabilized, she's grounded, she makes strong decisions because she has employed taking the time to weigh things out. So that's my reading for you, Aquarius, for September. I'm going to encourage you to, again, just take time out, weigh things, let go. Use this clarity and this revelation that's showing up in your environment in September, most likely after September 5th, to cut away anything that feels like confusion, that feels like deception, anything that feels like it's draining you. Someone else is taking away, someone's taking up your thoughts. Just cut loose from that. And I see you ending up in a very stable place. So that's my reading for you, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Aquarius who you think might enjoy that message this month. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching Yours in the Stars.